What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications whenever we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So the original plan was to do a fragrance unboxing and first impressions. Well, FedEx is always a crapshoot. I never know exactly when they're going to drop anything off. So when 4 o'clock my time rolled around, I was like, well, it ain't here yet. I'm not going to risk it. We'll just do a random live chat. 15 minutes ago, because I did signature required on this package. FedEx knocks on my door. It's like, shit, could have did it. Because why did I do signature required? Well, for starters, I bought myself Creed Himalaya, not a cheap fragrance. For the member giveaway, I bought Riser Parfums Creation E Parfum Cologne, not a cheap fragrance. And I finally got around to getting a bottle of Herod, not a cheap fragrance. And also for the giveaway, Boss Bottled Elixir, under 100. And Gritty Rebellion, which I'm under 100. Catch them on Fragrance Buy. I paid $95 for this. So the gritty fragrances do pop up on Fragrance Buy because I love me some gritty fragrances. Now my third one. But this package, as you can tell, was pricey. So I wanted to get signature required just in case they dropped it off somewhere else. But we'll do that Monday. I mean, we're not opening the member giveaway stuff, but, you know, Creed Himalaya. For those of you wondering, though, because somebody asked, they pulled the sticker off. I was surprised. So I pulled it and looked, 19P01. So it's 2019 plastic cap bottle. I've been wanting to get, I used to have a 5 ml in like 2019. Been putting off getting it. It's a smooth, creamy, woody, powdery, light citrus, very office friendly, just super underappreciated Creed fragrance. I know Dedrick bought himself a bottle for his birthday recently. And that's what got it in my head. I was like, man, I've been putting off getting a bottle of that forever too. And I just finally pulled the trigger the other day. And this, I've procrastinated since that decant broke on that walking around fragrance review that I did 3 years ago. 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. That was the last time I had Herod. I dropped that decant at the end of the review and it broke. Go check my Herod review if you want to see that. It was before we moved to Colorado. We were visiting right before we moved. I was in Colorado in my in-laws' neighborhood. So been meaning to get a bottle. Finally bit the bullet and did it. As far as scent of the day, I went with Old Faithful. It's pretty much Old Faithful at this point because when in doubt, what am I going to wear today? I don't think nothing about it. I just grabbed the bottle. I spray it. Got several sprays on. It's my favorite fragrance. I don't know what to tell you. Get a sample and try it. You should. You should. Even if you don't like it, at least you'll know you don't like it because you sampled it, right? So we got 84 in the first 3 minutes. It's a random chat. Those are about as this is about as audience grabbing as a niche fragrance topic. So I don't anticipate a really big crowd, but I am thankful for those of you that do want to be here. We'll just talk about whatever, nothing specific, no agenda or topic. We'll just chat fragrance. What the hell? So let's see who's doing what here in the chat. Dan, not the man. Speaking of Creed, original Santal. Love that fragrance. I've got a lot of content to do for me personally because I'm traveling to Louisiana on Wednesday, coming back on Sunday. It's my annual trip for fantasy football draft, and obviously it's not among the 5 days. I'm gonna work out with my friends that own Powerhouse Gym. I'm gonna visit random friends and family, and spend a little bit of time while I'm there. So that's why I go for a little bit, make the trip count. And with that said, I need daily content for 2 channels now, so I got a lot of content to do between Saturday and Tuesday. Plus, we're still going to stream Monday and Tuesday. I actually ended up canceling my sneaker stream on Sunday because I just need Sunday to work with. Sunday's the day when I don't train. The wife wants to go to the beach. I told her we got to do it in the morning, so we're going to go to the beach in the morning. And the rest of the day, I'm going to be making content, then watching AEW All In that evening. So that's my plans this weekend. Good to see you, Roy. Signature Seraphine Blue. Great minds think alike. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's the new one, right? Yeah, the newest release. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Like New Dior, it's water-based, but not milky. I'm kind of surprised to hear that. Starts off a bit glittery, but fades in 2 minutes. Glitter. Oof, I hate glitter. So you look like you went to a strip club when you spray this one on. Gotcha. Good to see you, sir. Never tried that one from Dua. Manny wearing Amber Oud Gold Edition. Argo Sacred Flame. It must not be hot where you're at because it's hot over here. Good to see you, MG. Love anytime I can catch stream. We're happy to have you, sir. The long discontinued antidote from Victor and Rolf. I've never been able to try. Mr. M.A. Styles, good to see you, sir. Blend of Burlington Gardens, I've never heard of. Neo and Polo Blue. Sounds like an interesting blend, at least with Neo and Polo Blue alone. Boss Bottle Infinite, great choice, Kellen. Kingsgate Nocturnal for Fuzz Man. Reaching for stuff I haven't worn in a while, so wearing Barbershop. That's a good one. That's a damn good one. Very authentic. H24 EDP, that's a great fragrance. When the fall rolls around, that'll make its way in the rotation a time or two for sure. Good to see you, Mike Dolce Melodious. So, interestingly enough, it's funny that you mentioned that one. I was looking through the recent orders on my affiliate page for Fragrance Buy, and I saw 21 hours ago, or 10 hours ago, somebody ordered Dolce Melodious. I said, what the fuck? They got it. I ran to the website, notified me, sold out. Shit. How did I miss that? So had an opportunity. It was 141 apparently. You know, you start typing in, it shows you the price when it drops down. It was 141. That's the price I was looking for. Damn it, I missed. That's what I was waiting for them to get in stock because I knew they'd have a good price. I like to spend my money with them when I can. If not, I'll go elsewhere. But congratulations and thank you whoever bought it through my link. But congratulations for getting it too, because I'm sure they didn't have a lot of bottles, but whomever it was got a bottle. And hell yeah, I'm jealous. I missed out. I wish I would have known. I would have bought a bottle too. Beautiful scent, but I definitely overdid it on the sprays. That orange juice, it's beautiful. It's creamy orange, but like more like orange juice, actual orange juice, creamy. You know, it's fantastic. It was so good. Buckeye City Soul, good to see you, my man. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing all right also. Not too early. You got here right when it started 6 minutes ago. What's going on, big dog? Real man, for my haircut day, vintage barbershop vibes. Well, you can never go wrong. If you're hitting the barbershop, it's always good to go with a barbershop fragrance. It just makes sense. Sampling Seraphine Blue. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, Ken? Legend Blue. I think that's one of the better designer releases this year. As far as versatile stuff, Minty Percival, you know. Dylan Blue, speaking of versatile stuff, good to see you, Hoffman. Enjoy, my man. Enjoy. Everything's good, man. I hope you're doing well. Salute all. City Rhythm Miami, Tropical Confessions. Blessings right back to you, sir. Long time. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you pop up in the chat. Good to have you here today. Quez, always a pleasure. Kenzo, Pour Homme EDT. A little bit of green, some watermelon aquatic. That whole line's good, man. Whole line's good. All of them. The newest one didn't compel me though. The shit. Where's the decant? Randy had sent me a decant of it. Is the only one that hasn't impressed me is literally the newest flanker. The previous four, great. The EDT, the Intense, the EDP, and Marine, all really good, all worth owning. I've never tried that. I don't think I've even ever heard of that one, Dakota. Good to see you, sir. LeBeau Paradise Garden, great choice. Kaylin, how are you, sir? Vibrato, you, sir, smell incredible. Good to see you, Drew. Pierre, what, 22 coconut, salted caramel, grapefruit. It's a banger. Well, it sounds like it smells good. What a haul. Yeah, I mean, 2 out of the 5 aren't for me. It's for the members. I threw Creation E out there because I'm starting to trickle in more cooler weather fragrances, even though it's really not time yet. I figure let's see if people want to vote for the slightly heavier stuff now and start getting away from freshies. And that's what the hell happened. For the niche tier, Creation E Parfum Cologne. For the designer tier, Boss Bottled Elixir. And this won by a landslide. It was not even close with this one. This beat Seraphine Blue, but actually Seraphine Red. I put Seraphine Red in there when available, when it's released. I'll grab a bottle, and it was neck and neck. This barely beat it out. And some of the feedback I got, which I think Neil might have been the feedback I got, and I think that was the consensus on why this got more votes, was he said, I'm going to support George anyway, so that's why I'm voting for the Raja fragrance. I have a feeling a lot of people felt that way that voted for it. I'm sure some of the votes were like, no, they just really want this fragrance. But I have a feeling it was some of them was like, I'm going to buy that anyway. Let me get the Raja fragrance. That's more expensive, which it is. It is more expensive. So, ooh, they're all good. Intensely takes the cake. And Justin was very unimpressed by it in his shorts video, though, which still shocks me that he likes this, because he does not like designer fragrances a whole lot that aren't named Cartier. Not too many. And so I'm still very surprised that he's into this one, but I could see it suiting his taste though. This, of course, because me and Justin like it. Freaking nobody does. I'm not nobody, but there's a lot of positivity in the comment section today, way more than I thought it would be. Shout outs to everybody that did watch the video so far. Those individual fragrance reviews, because I'm far from the first to put that out, so everybody has ran through looking at the reviews of those. But yeah, it's getting a little bit of traction and interest in the comment section was the funniest part. Not a whole lot of negativity, which I'm thankful for. That was great. Appreciate anybody that saw Amberful or the O4 video today. If you haven't, 2 individual reviews came out today. If you're interested at any time, Will, good to see you. Zaharoff Renaissance, great fragrance. Crystal Incense, I've never tried, but I bet it's good because it's incense. Beardson, good to see you, sir. Sauvage Elixir, layered with intense Drapoise. Well, damn, is all I can really say to that. I see we got 123 in the first 11 minutes. Appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up on your way in if you don't mind. My man Marcus, how are you, sir? Wearing Tarathi Blue. I did indeed see your Scent of the Day post earlier. Instant crush for Kara. Good to see you. Congratulations on your wrench, by the way. I'm sure you figured it out by now that I gave you a wrench after the stream. So we got 2 new moderators on the channel. For those that didn't know, Newt and Kara are now moderators on here. Nitro Platinum, good stuff. So actually, funny that you mentioned Nitro Platinum. So tomorrow's video, I'm finally going to do how I've been doing these house rankings. I'm ranking every one of my Dumont fragrances. It's going to be a big video because it's to the point where it's like, shit, that's a lot of them. And I think I got most of the Dumont fragrances at this point, like almost all of them. So it's like, now's the time. I'm gonna rank those, and it's be another big video. So that'll be tomorrow's video for anybody that's interested. Another one wearing Seraphine Blue. Hell yeah. Gucci Guilty EDP. Ooh. You're the difference maker of today's chat. So that vinegar, sea salt, rose combination, that's such an interesting fragrance. I got to get that in the rotation when it cools down a little bit. Triumph Box EDP on my tobacco and booze kick. Well, that's the highlight right there. That's the one. Scent of the Day 1907 BTV. Never tried it. Good to see you, sir. The original Cool Water. Timeless. Absolutely timeless. Scent of the Day's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Mount Rushmore Blue. Mount Rushmore. I don't know. I don't know anybody at Versace or the parent company, so I don't know. I have no idea what to tell you. Toomey Atlas, mainly 19 degree. I don't really reach for the other ones, but 19 degrees is the one to me. Paris Blue Parfums, Richman Aqua, got on Frag Buy for dirt cheap. I've seen it on there. Cheap Invictus Aqua Inspiration. Well, I'm a little jealous. Where'd you get it at? Because I saw a couple people talking about it. Like showing testers in their hand and stuff. So I went to Macy's website and Dillard's and all these places, and they don't have it on their websites yet. Because I'll buy it. If I can get it in the States right now, I'll buy it. I saw somebody in earlier on Facebook, because it was in my feed, in Joy's group, Fragcom Bangladesh, that had a picture of it, and he put 85% Hachivat, 15% Aventus. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong, but I have a feeling that's not what it smells like completely. I'm not saying it doesn't have some Aventus scent profile in it. Damn near everything does these days. But I don't know. I'm pretty hard pressed to believe it just smells like Hachivat and Aventus and nothing else. So if you happen to see this, sir, I'm not trying to take a shot at you. That's hard to believe. I'm not saying you're wrong because I haven't smelled it. But based on the notes, I feel like that's a reach. I don't know what you're talking about. Is this a new release from them or something? Anybody else want to ask me stuff thinking I got insider information on anything that's not Zaharoff related? Because I just happen to be best friends with the owner of that brand. Y'all are asking me stuff like I'm on the inside with these brands. I am not. I am totally not. I do not have those types of informations. Once in a while, I'll hear stuff through the grapevine, but not to the point to where y'all think, apparently. Y'all think I got some answers, and I really don't. I said the only reason I got Zaharoff answers is because George is my best friend. That's pretty much it. Once in a while, I'll get some other information from other things, but not to that level, guys. As far as being on the inside, having an ear to the streets on what's going on, you know what I mean? Silver Mountain Water, great fragrance. Atrium Mr. Momentum, very minty, fresh blue fragrance. Balls of Steel, good to see you, sir. TTGL, that's me. Another one wearing Vibrato, Kix Griffey. Another one wearing Seraphine Blue. I'll be damned, because had I not wore it, I'd be reading a bunch of Seraphine Blue Scent of the Days, and I'd have said, you know me, I would have said, man, y'all should have told me. I would have wore it with y'all. It worked out. I'm on trend for today with you guys. I'll be damned. It's just happy accident. It worked out. Those 700 triple blacks. So I was about to rock them to the gym, and I was like, man, I got a lot of black and white on. And I actually was wearing a sleeveless that was going to be white. So I was like, man, let me switch it up. And that's why I ended up rocking the Stormtroopers. Get my contrast going with the black and white theme that I had going. Now, if I'd have been blacked out, because I do have that, like that villain shirt, Tough Wraps. That's Tough Wraps, by the way. It's just kind of funny that I was wearing villain. And I didn't think about it till after I filmed the Sauvage video. I was like, wow, that's kind of funny. That happy accident, that I swear that just worked out. Because that's my favorite stuff from Tough Wraps, which I'm an affiliate with Tough Wraps. And so I have that same villain theme, but I have it in a cut sleeve and it's blacked out. If I'd have went with that one today, I'd have probably worn those MMDNs. Because when I go with some blacked out, like I want to go blacked out head to toe. I do the blacked out thing at the gym all the time. So maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. 2 in the chat wearing Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Hell yeah. Midsummer Dream by Roger Parfums. Dylan Blue, another one wearing Dylan Blue. Definitely Carasso Bay, however you want to say it. Belle Ambe is really good. Velours Boissé is almost like a niche Bentley Intense. Kind of is. It's way better than Bentley Intense, but it reminds me of it. Vers le Sou, beautiful aromatic fougere. Those are just to name a few. Green Water is really good too if you like the fresh green fragrances. Prowling Rosa Carbon, excellent choice. Yes, it's not as good as Lavender Extreme from Tom Ford. I bought it because it was supposedly extremely close, because I really love Lavender Extreme from Tom Ford, and I didn't want to spend the money. And it is really good. It's an earthier smell. It is a beautiful, like, mega lavender, like cloying lavender you can't wear a lot. Elegant, dressy occasion lavender fragrance. It's really good, but Lavender Extreme from Tom Ford is just a pure smell. It lacks that earthy tone. It's just cleaner, classier. It smells more upscale. It's that chromed out private blend bottle. It's probably a fingerprint magnet. They're so expensive. I believe it's discontinued. They're so expensive. I still want a 50 ml of it, but that's why I own Lavon. It's so rare. I have instances where I feel it suits me to wear that fragrance, but I do have it. It is one of the better lavender fragrances I've ever smelled. But that's the story behind why I have it and what I think about it. Aqua de Joe Eau de Parfum's great fragrance. I have never heard of that one from Spirited Dubai. Nemo, good to see you, sir. So I have a decant coming from Randy. So I'm going to get to try it, and we'll talk about it here in a live stream. And if I like it, I will 100% buy it. I heard the price range is like right under 200 is kind of what it's been going for. And if it speaks to my taste, I 100% will grab it. I would like to, because it's not often they drop a release, you know, especially for an Allure Sport Flanker. That's exciting. So yeah, Randy sent out a package that's got a decant coming my way. And I'm definitely going to check it out. Typically, it's in these live streams that I do the decant first impressions. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I definitely want to check it out, Nemo. I hope you're well. Oh, so it was you that did that. Oh, you dick. Because I saw you mentioned it was your scent of the day, and that's what made me bring it up. Because I was looking through the commissions tab on the affiliates, looking at who's ordering what. I always look. I want to see what people are ordering. And it cracks me up every time I'll see like a 12 fragrance order and it's nothing but $20 to $30 fragrances. I'm like, man, y'all wild. Why y'all dropping freaking $450 on cheapies? Get you 2 or 3 and then get you something real nice for that same money. Like, man, don't just do a dozen cheap fragrances. Don't build your collection that way. Like, I appreciate people using the link. I really do. Thank you for the support. But it's like, man, don't build a wall of clones. I like some clones too, but don't let it be exclusively what you do. Because when I see these big ass clone orders, it's like, that's all I can think is like, damn, they only buy clones. You see a little order of 3 or 4. Sure. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I do too. 3, 4, 5, something like that. But I mix it up. I'll get a couple of clones, a couple of designers, a couple of affordable niche. So I like the variety, you know. I like variety with my orders to try different things. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But I mean, I doubt it was just one bottle, Mike. I'm sure they had at least 5 or 10 bottles and people probably jumped on it. Some people probably had notified me, click. I didn't. That's why I didn't know it got stocked. I do now. I made sure to do it now. Tim Diotom's really good. All the ones Giancarlo listed. I have all those. They're all good. I got like 7 bottles. Not a bad fragrance. The 2 feminine leaning ones. Heidi was wearing that rose dominant one the other day. I was like, God, you smell good. What is that? She said, that's that J word that you bought me. I said, Jacques Foss. She said, that's it. It's the rose. I forgot the name of it. It's got rose in it. Fragrance Net was clearancing them out, some testers. Actually, they were full presentation. They were 50 mls. They were like $20, $20-something dollars. I just bought them on a whim. They were both women's for releases. She likes both of them. So we have 9 bottles in the household. 7 of them are mine. Love that brand. My taste, you think I'd be, but I'm not a blind buyer of these much. Oh, yeah. Especially since you're such a fan of Ambassador, because it is superior to Sauvage. You'll hear a lot of people say it's niche Sauvage. It very much does. It's fresh cut lavender, more so than metallic shower gel and Broxton, but the profile does smell like it's niche Sauvage. So considering how much you like stuff like Ambassador, I highly doubt you wouldn't like Ferris. Pretty confident that's a safe play for you. I'd be shocked if you don't like it, basically. Camera, beautiful, sweet fragrance. Another one wearing Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So we got 2 trends in the chat. Seraphine Blue and BDC Parfum. See, I went to Dillard's website. Maybe I should just run to a Dillard's and see if they have it here locally. Damn. Burlington Gardens, a Dua's version of Burlington 1819. Okay, a good enough version. That's what I like to call the niche clones, the good enough versions. Yeah, it's good enough. That's what people think. Yeah, it's good enough. Because that's usually the case with them. They'll be good enough. Because I got several Raja clones, but I never reach for them if I got the original. Because if you don't have the original, though, there's some good clones out there. They do. They do. Yes, most of the people in this chat have, and they are very legit. I know. I've been seeing a lot of people post about them. Yeah, Vimba's super legit for sure. You're on the fence about getting Enigma. Man. Now, look, I don't have the Parfum pour homme, but the Parfum Cologne. Beautiful for the cooler weather. Hell yeah. Smelling good, too. Intensely is like how you describe light blue intense. Might not be the best off skin, but in the air. It's gorgeous. My wife likes to wear that one. She hasn't sprayed it in a long time, but she's sprayed it on herself a handful or so at times. Yep. The toffee in that's beautiful. Armaf Ego Tigre. Never tried that one. Pocket Surfer. Need help for everyday use. Oh, definitely Dior Homme 2020. That's much more versatile. Dior Homme Original is very waxy iris, very powdery. You would have to be like an iris guy, which I am. I could get away with wearing that every day. I don't wear anything every day. I like variety. I don't have a signature scent, but if you're looking for one, to me, unquestionable, it's Dior Homme 2020 in that situation between the two. I think Dior Homme Original is a better fragrance, but to wear every day, no, because like in the heat, it's going to be terrible for you. Whereas Dior Homme 2020, it's super, super versatile. You can wear it for anything and everything. It's a true woody aromatic fragrance. It's got freshness. It's got depth and density. It's a good performer. It's attractive. That's the easy answer right there. in my opinion. I need to revisit that one. I wasn't impressed. It was okay. It just didn't impress me. It's definitely not one of my favorite releases of the year. Well, I'm glad it helped, but that's the thing. It won't completely. I had somebody like kind of like try to clown me, I think, about not spraying. It was just like yesterday, the day before, on one of my Sin of the Day shorts videos. And I explained to him, I was like, yeah, that's from learning a lesson over time. If you spray in under here, it's constantly in your sinus. I mentioned it today in one of the 2 videos. It's constantly in your sinus. You're going to get, your risk for nose fatigue is way higher than if you spray sides and back of the neck, if you keep it away. And when you make certain moves and stuff and you're moving around, let the sillage hit you. Let it just come to you. Whereas it's constantly in your face if it's right here, even on your collarbone area. It's not as bad, but anything up here or under your neck, you're begging for nose fatigue. No matter how natural the fragrance is or whatever the case, you never know what's going to cause you to go nose blind. It's good practice. Look, certain fresh fragrances, I still spray the front of my chest, or like to where you spray it under a shirt, to where the shirt's blocking it, so it's not just constantly, and you can just, get a little whiff here and there when you do something like that. That's different. That's not as bad, but if it's a looser fitting or like a button-up shirt and you don't have an undershirt per se, and there's air can flow freely through the line of buttons, then it's constantly in your nose too. So it all depends. There's nuance to doing that, if that makes sense. But I'm glad it helped you. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. A little too warm for me to wear that one right now. One more EDT 2021. Good to see you, Newt. Isola Blue. You win. You win. That's for sure. To me, anyways. Well, that'd be a bit of a drive for me. I'm in PCB, Florida, so hopefully they have it here. I'll have to go check because we got a Dillard's literally right there. Well, shit. Looks like I'm going to have to go grab it. What is? Let's see, we're done. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dior Homme Sport is a better fragrance to Dior Homme 2020, in my opinion. So that's the name of the collection, not the name of the fragrance. You're the second person to ask me since yesterday. I'm pretty sure you were here when somebody else asked me, and I'm like, I can't tell you. It's not time to tell you these things. There is a release coming before that called Seraphim Red. That's holiday season, what you're talking about. And save your money. If you want it, save your money. Ain't no pre-sale at $160, regular price $190, $195. It's expensive. It's gonna be expensive, guys. And they're numbered. Yeah. That's as far as I can go with information. They're numbered. The oils are crazy expensive for this first Privé fragrance. The oils are crazy expensive. Indeed, sir. Indeed. He does put out amazing stuff. Bought the new one because my girlfriend loved it. Well, that's usually a good deciding factor right there. TT Leo. I don't know what that is. Tiziana Terenzi? I'm assuming it would be TT. Reflection Man. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen anything. Do you use a car scent? What do you mean? Like spray my car? No. Mm-mm. Not really. Or do you mean like something that stays in there? Like some kind of oils and stuff like that? We've tried that in the past, but not really. About to grab something from the Brioni line. What's the climate like where you're at? If it's hot, get the Eclat. Get that one. That's my favorite one. Grapefruit, pink pepper, incense, muskin, and broxin. Super fresh. Super easy to like. It's good. Paragon from Initio. Better agree today. Super excited to try it. Prudlin Rosa Ocean. Another one wearing Seraphim Blue, right on trend. We got a bunch of us wearing it here in the chat today. Mercedes-Benz fragrance and car. The car is unquestionably an S-Class. It's less of an opinion, more of a fact. The S-Class is the flagship. So a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. And best fragrance is an opinion. So the S-Class is the fact, and the fragrance is going to be an opinion. And for me, I would say Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum is probably their best fragrance. So oud leather, kind of like Fahrenheit, but with oud. It's really good. Yeah, that one's going to come out next week. How do I? Very carefully. No, Armani's Armani. It's going to be mixed in. Giorgio Armani, Emporio Armani, Armani. No, they're just going to be mixed in. Yep, got several videos. I'll leave that to you to find them, sir. I've got several videos on that. I'll tell you the one that I dislike the most that's come out the most recent. It was just a terrible release last year. Is Davidoff Cool Water Oceanic Edition. It smells like it's an aquatic fragrance with body odor. And not just on my skin, out in the air. It's terrible. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, I love trashing that one. Because it's not too often I trash a fragrance, but sometimes it's fun. That one's not good. Ooh. Well, that comes down to your taste, Fuzz Man. If you want to buy something or if you want me to help you pick through some things you were deciding that you already own, there's a lot more information I would need here, man. I'm not just going to throw something out there because I recommend it doesn't mean you're going to like it. I would need to go off of your taste. So, you got to give me more, Fuzz Man. You got to give me more. What's up, Boz? Just dropped by to pay my respects. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. I don't want to just recommend any fragrance because then I'll say Creed Royal Mayfair because I think that's just a beautiful wedding fragrance. I really do. It smells like going to a wedding to me. I don't know. Every time I've ever smelled it. Look up the notes on Creed Royal Mayfair. Yeah. Well done eucalyptus. Not over the top minty, but it's fresh, clean, musky, citrus, green. Yeah. I always think that's what I'm saying. If you want me to just throw a fragrance out, Creed Royal Mayfair every time. That's always my default answer. If you want me to throw what I would purchase, yeah, that. F-Boy, but I've never heard of that one, but that's kind of a funny name. Smash that like. Let them know, Newt. Why EDT? Hell yeah. That's a great fragrance. $5 super chat from Quest. Ross in chat. Favorite rose fragrance with or without oud thoughts? I thought you knew this. I thought you knew. This is my second. This was my favorite Zaharoff until Seraphine Blue came around. This is my favorite rose fragrance. I literally wore it Sunday night when I shaved. It's got oud in it, but it's more of a dry, warm wood. It's not like a funky oud, sugary sweet. You a member to this channel and you didn't know? I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I really am. No shade. I'm genuinely surprised that you didn't know that. Everybody knows I love rosé. I get shit for it because it's like I rave about that fragrance, you know. Up until this came around, this is my two favorites from the house, both in my top 5 in my collection. And people will say it's just because he's my friend and all this other shit, or like I had some jackass say I get paid every time I mention this. Kids say the darndest things. They really do. But I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, signature rosé, hands down. Not even close. Not even close. Second would be Argos Adonis Awakens. That's a beautiful warm wood berry rose. Really good. Another one wearing Seraphine Blue. Go ahead with your bad self, Angry Tomato. Newt gets it. Newt gets it. That's for sure. Okay, there we go. I've never tried that one. Strong with you intensely for this unseasonably cool summer. So you're the second in the chat rocking that one today. Amber Oud. That is a phenomenal rose oud. Now, if we're talking rose oud, that's my favorite rose oud combo. But straight up rose dominant, because this isn't typical like funky oud. Like I hardly even consider the oud in this, you know. I look at it more as just it's a rose incense is more so, way more so than a rose oud. Whereas that's perfection when it comes to a rose oud combo. That is perfection. What's going on, my man? Vibrant Summer layered with Cedrat Boissé. Okay, then. Acknowledge the tribal reviewer. Sin of the day, Alorum Sports Super Ligera. All right, then. I can't wait for my decant. Like the stream. Let them know, pause. Let them know. Black Rose, spicy resinous rose, much more masculine than Signature Rosé. Indeed, sir. So I think I might have to skip ahead a bit because I'm starting to realize how far behind I actually am. My dealer's got it today. I'm going to have to check. I might have to go after this, man. Yeah, I might have to go. Well, look, if it's popping up left and right, maybe they have it on their site now and I can just buy it right now. Because I looked yesterday. Let's see. Oh, this little itch on my back. Oops, sorry, no results for Eros Energy. So I guess they just randomly in store. Next, when I go with just Eros, yeah, it doesn't show up. Damn, I guess I just got to check the local one. Vixair from Electimus. All right, so guys, I'm going to skip down a little bit. I see you, Spencer. What's going on, my man? I'm so far behind. I see you, E, Roy. No. Because I look at it as a signature scent is that's what you wear. It's if it's a signature, that's you. It's what you wear. Just because I wear it once a week, I don't have a signature. Because that would be just if I wore that, that's what I wear all the time. That's my fragrance. That's what a signature scent is. That's my definition anyways. Yeah, for sure. Well, my best advice in this situation would be stay tuned for my full review. I think that would be the best information I could give you is when I give a full video of information. I believe in you, Kara. That's why I gave it to you. All right, so we're going to skip on down. So I apologize, guys. I'm so far behind. I get so far behind so easy. Kix Griffey gifting 5 memberships. Hell yeah, my man. I wonder who's going to get them. All right. My dealers won't get it till the 6th. Give them a call and see if they're in stock. Yeah, I'm going to have to call them. I'm definitely going to have to call them. So we made it to the bottom. Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think so. Personally, it's not as smoky as you may think when you see the incense in the notes. It's a watery, aquatic, creamy coconut that's not too thick. It's more like coconut water than it is creamy. There's a little bit of creaminess, and that's because you have some vanilla as well. It smells like roasted tonka beans to me because of the way the incense vanilla combo is. I like it. I think it's a really good release from them. And they're super cheap now. They're like $21. I agree. That's the only Argos fragrance I've never tried and do not own is Nemean Lion. 9 p.m. and Supremacy Not Only Intense, good for the winter. Yes, that is the time to wear them. Not only Intense, you can wear in more situations, but 9 p.m. is really strong and really sweet. I would only recommend that for the cooler weather. Personally, Signature Rosé, Adonis Awakens, thank you, chat and say. I mean, you can always just get a sample of both. Just get some samples and try them, man. You know, definitely don't have to blind buy them. Italian Love. That's great. I wore that last week. Thinking of drastically reducing my collection. If you could only keep 3 fragrances, Jesus Christ. Probably something like Invictus Opera 2018. It would have to be, because with Isola Blue and Seraphine Blue, they're my only 10 out of 10s, but they could kind of do the same job, even though they don't smell the same. So I would only keep one. So I would keep Seraphine Blue because I wear it so much more. I would need that satisfies the need for Iris, though. Because I was about to say I would need an Iris fragrance, but that satisfies the need for Iris. I would want Argos Adonis, not Adonis Awakens, Triumph of Bacchus. God, this is such a difficult question. This could change every time you ask me. Why you got to do this to me? I thought, Phantom View, do you like me or do you hate me? I feel like you hate me with this question. Oh, my God. So, Seraphine Blue, Triumph of Bacchus, and shit, how do I pick? It's like if I'm picking 2's hard enough. How do I pick a 3rd? I really want a leather fragrance in this position. Ombre leather. Just shoot from the hip. Ombre leather. It's the first leather fragrance that I love that came to mind. What's up, Randy? You see what they're doing to me, right? Yeah, all the decants are wearing it. Hugo Boss reversed. I'm already going to wear vanilla oud in January in NYC for my daughter's graduation before she goes to graduate school in London. Sangria for the women. Right. Right. I need a bottle. Everything going well with you. Coastal Breeze. Yeah, you recommended a banger, but that one is damn good, man. It is. It's good enough. It's definitely good enough from Pacific Chill. May not own Pacific Chill had I got that first. The only one I have, and it's very, very realistic to it, is from Making Sense, called Iris Man. I would recommend that. I have a full review on it too from a couple of years ago. Favorite PDM fragrance is Cologne. That oddball spicy fragrance. Yep. I'm a Cologne guy. I'll probably just buy a 50 ml. I don't need the 100 ml. It's just overkill for me, honestly. Prices are good, though. I mean, for any of us that were willing to wait, it'll get a little cheaper. If we wait 6 months, we could probably get the 100 ml for $70, you know. But I'll grab it as soon as I can. You know, I'm going to have to check my Dillards over here and see if I can get it now. So I definitely want it. Penhaligon's Santorial. What's a good fragrance you recommend to get introduced to the note of oud? Spend $20 and get Banana Republic Oud Mosaic. It's a little on the funky side. It's only $20. Claude Deer perfumed it. If you like that, you can go exploring some more. That'll give you a good, it's not the most natural oud, but for what it is, it's believable to where, like, if you like that kind of you know, entry-level oud funkiness, you can dive deeper, is how I look at it. Banana Republic Oud Mosaic. Knowing fragrance buy, I would say probably like within 45 days. They're pretty good about getting those early. For me, but I have to say Triumph boxes stand out. The rest I can do without. Understandable. Very interested in Burlington 1819. Any suggestions on another house that has a fragrance with the same vibe? No. No, sir. I think you need to get a decant or a small sample of Burlington 1819. And then when you smell that, you can say, wow, except for a clone house trying to dupe it, there's no way there's another fragrance that's like this. It's too nuanced. People either love that and call it a masterpiece, or they hate it and think it's terrible. There's not really any in between with Burlington 1819. Masterpiece on this end. This end of the camera, masterpiece. And there's some in the chat that are going to agree with me. There's some fans of that fragrance in this chat. But same vibe. You want that experience, you got to smell that fragrance. It's just what it is, man. You're not going to get a similar experience to that profile elsewhere. Italian love, not that much, but an okay amount. So 3 people giving you a compliment today wasn't enough to satisfy you to think it's a good fragrance? Must not be a great scent, great scent. 3 people's a lot of people to tell you. Some people don't get 3 compliments in their life from fragrances. I've seen people, I've never gotten a compliment. And I've been wearing fragrances for 20 years, and I've seen stuff like that. So, man, don't let the compliment be the deciding factor on if you like your fragrance. If people telling you smell good is what dictates if you like the fragrance, I got to say it, man, book you an appointment. You're going to need to speak to someone neutral. And I mean that shit for anybody watching this. Please don't let other people telling you that you smell good dictate what you want to wear. You have to enjoy it too, man. Please tell me that you enjoy it. Because why the hell are you wearing it if you don't like how it smells? I don't wear stuff that I don't like. Compliments are bonuses, man. Yeah, we all want to be told we smell good. It's great. It's awesome. Makes you feel good to get a nice compliment. But you got to like the fragrance, man, because you're the one wearing it. You don't, even if you are that person that's out there fishing for compliments, I hope you're not. Sounds like you are, but I hope you're not. You got to like the fragrance, man. You got to like the fragrance yourself. Okay, noted. Smell like fresh spearmint. Then that is not a close representation at all of what Cologne smells like. It is a warm, spicy, zesty orange pepper fragrance. Like, it's not minty at all. There's no mint in it. Mint is nowhere in that. Let me pull up the notes for you, man, of actual Cologne. Let me do a little screen share. Maybe it's a skin chemistry thing for you, but yeah, not a minty fragrance, man. See, spicy, woody, sweet, fruity, oriental, blood orange, spices and black pepper. Very, very spicy orange top. Orange, that's what I love about it. Orange blossom, lavender, solar note, roasted tonka bean, amber, precious woods, moss, and sandalwood. It's spicy from start to finish. Yeah, a little woodsy. Not super woodsy, but there's a distinctive woodiness. It's not over the top sweet, but there is a little bit of sweetness. But that zesty blood orange at the top's great. But yeah, no mint, man. No mint. I'm kind of surprised to hear that. It might be there before that. That's a great fragrance. What's up, Bishop? I haven't seen it in a while, but I haven't been going much lately to Burlington. That's usually the place for the Banana Republic fragrances. Noted. Yeah, Kix Griffey did 5 gifted memberships. Overhyped. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Nothing really strikes me as overhyped. Because you do know y'all are the hype. We start the conversation. We get blamed for hype. No. I get blamed for hype. No. I give you my opinion. And if I'm excited and happy about it, I'm just excited and happy about it. I'm not asking you to go buy shit. And I'm not talking to you, Hassan. I mean, generalization, anybody watching. Because I get all your hyping things too much. No, I'm just excited to talk about it. And I really love it. And I know how everybody thinks that a fragrance review means it's an opportunity for you guys to buy something. And that's not what I make videos for. But because I've been, like, in the past, when I didn't have links in my description, I would get fussed by people. How am I going to buy it? Why is there no links? That's what people view these videos as. They're like, give me a reason to buy it. That's what they're coming to the video for. They give me a reason to buy it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to be mad at you. That's what fragrance videos are. Basically, it's not the intention, but that's how they're used and received by people. But yeah, we start the conversation. Hype is built in mass, not by 10 or 15 people, by large groups. You know what I mean? Like, I can only use myself as an example. I'm not hyping anything ever. Even with this, when I raved about how much I love it, it's because I love it. What you guys do with your money beyond that, and then from there, if you guys like it, y'all start going in all the forums, all the comment sections, all these different places, and talking about how good something is. That's hype. That's hype. When you see great stuff about it everywhere you go in the online space for said niche, that's hype. Not specifically going to a video to hear a review, a product review. That's not hype. Hype is when you read the comment section and 30 people are praising it. And then you go to a forum and there's thread after thread after thread about how much they like it. That's hype. Not somebody being passionate. That's not hype. I know that's not what you asked for, Hassan, but I figured while we're at it, I'm not a hype guy. I'm not a hype man. I'm a passionate man, not a hype man. Jared's a hype man. That's a hype man right there.
That's the biggest hype man moderator in Fragcom. That man will get you to like a stream like that. Jared, let him know, man. But nothing comes to mind to answer your question. I don't ever think anything's truly overhyped because we all have to be big boys and girls and make our own decisions. And if we disagree with people, we need to not be big babies about it. It's the best course of action. So I don't think anything's truly over or underhyped. Anytime you hear me say underhyped, underappreciated, it's just talk. It's just how I feel. Like I wish more people would like it like I do is basically what I mean when I say these things. Because I only go off of my own taste. I only care what I think about a fragrance and my wife. Outside of that, I don't care what anybody else thinks about my fragrance. Because I'm wearing it because I love it. As I'm sure most of you do. You wear it because you love it, except for the gentleman I was talking about earlier. I hope he wears it because he loves it. Italian love. I hope he wears it because he loves it. It definitely gets deeper and richer. It's a rocket morning. Yeah, I haven't worn it in a while either, man. It's just been so hot. Those very Eros energy all seem to be trying to ride the same wave. I mean, these designers and mass marketed niche, they all follow trends. That is a thing. They run a trend. They run trends together. Funny how I said that, huh? But they plan these trends out. That's why they all come out with similar stuff around the same time. Never tried that one. We can always do better. We can always do better. I agree. Rack store snake sighting. That doesn't, I don't understand what that means. Rack store snake? That's a snake emoji. What do you mean? I'll teach their own. Someone else is gonna have to weigh in because I don't layer. I don't layer. I just wear the one fragrance. No. No, I do not. Does a blue Jolly Rancher smell like plum, musk, and woods to you? If so, then yeah, it smells like a blue Jolly Rancher. No. I don't know who said that. To whomever that is, that's how it smells to them. To me, it does not. It does not. Now I know why somebody asked me what fragrance smells like a blue Jolly Rancher the other day. And it's not cobalt. Not to me. No. Plum dominant in the top. I don't know how anybody could get blue raspberry out of plum because a blue Jolly Rancher is blue raspberry. Artificial blue raspberry. Ain't no raspberry in cobalt. Plum. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Because that's a number one. You're wearing it. You gotta enjoy it. You know, compliments are always a bonus. And look, you may think it's a 5, you may think it's an 8, you may think it's a 2. But if you don't try it, you won't know, right? Precious Liquid Aqua. Ooh, like the name. Lacoste L'Homme Intense. By the way, please tell me. I've been enjoying that all week. I literally laughed my fucking ass off when he's, oh, you want to shake on it? And he spit in Ollie's hand. Like 3-4 days ago, I died. Every time. Let's talk to our American correspondent, MJF. And every time Ollie's, hey, MJF, and hi, dickhead. You know, for any of you that aren't wrestling fans, you're not going to get it. By the way, MJF's theme music is the intro to these live streams. I have the license for it. I love MJF. It's hilarious. The only thing I never liked is him calling himself the devil. I don't like that shit. I hate that. I wish he would stop doing that shit. But aside from that, it has literally been hilarious the whole time he's been on there. It's been great. I was so happy for them to be able to land MJF for these segments. So any of you that are wrestling fans and haven't been seeing that, go watch the last like 6 daily episodes of the wrestling news on Wrestle Talk, the YouTube channel. MJF is their American correspondent because they're a British YouTube channel, but they're my favorite wrestling media channel. They have been for years and years and years. No, yeah, that is no mint. nothing minty to me in Cologne. True. Of course you did. Light Blue Italian Love and Dior Homme Parfum, Aventus, Voyage. Well, no wonder. You shit on a bunch of people's favorite fragrances. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's your opinion. It's because it's different from their opinion. You're bucking the system because that's a bunch of popular ass fragrances. Most notably, those first two I personally love, but I don't care. That's how you feel, you know. I love Dior Homme Parfum and Italian Love's my favorite flanker to Light Blue. As far as scent, overall, I think the O Intense is the best flanker, but just smell alone, the Italian Love's my favorite flanker. The original is the best one. The original I'll take over all of them. But yeah, of course you got a bunch of bullshit. What do you expect? You knew what you were getting. You knew what it was going to be. No. I love that fragrance. I don't care if anybody talks about it. I love that fragrance. It is hard. Well, I mean, they had a stock of 75 mLs for almost a whole week last week. I shared it in my community page. A bunch of people was hitting me, thank you, and bought it. I was seeing order after order of people buying them because it's so rare that they have it in stock. It was $84 for the 75 ml. It was a reasonable price, and it wasn't the 125, but 2.5 ounces is still a lot of fragrance for all of us with large collections. You know, all you guys have large fragrance collections. If you got more than 20, you got a big fragrance collection. And see, like I was mentioning earlier, I saw in a Facebook group, dude said 85% Hachivat, 15% Aventus. So what you're saying is nothing of that. I believe you. I believe you. Because that's what the note breakdown looks like. It would be more like that. Ooh. Pure malt, if you can get it. Amen, pure malt. It's beautiful whiskey fragrance. Man. It's kind of tough. I got so many rum dominant fragrances. It's hard to really pick. I got so many good ones, man. Shit, because I'll have to look. I'll have to look around because I got so many good ones. It's kind of hard to narrow it down, honestly. I mean, Triumph of Bacchus is an obvious choice the way the Rum Absolute is. It's just magnificent. It's really good. I mean, that's the easy first answer. But aside from that, I mean, probably the cognac note in French Defense makes it a boozy and kind of syrupy cherry. So I probably got to go with French Defense here from Mind Games. And that's the two that come to mind off the top of my head. I don't have a third one lined up. I don't think it ever really got that much hype, honestly. I feel like it got just as much crap as it did love. Hype is determined by what you actually see. Remember my speech about what hype is? This comment goes right into it. Because what I saw versus what you're saying you see, a little bit different. I'm saying I see just as much crap as love. You're saying nothing but the love by saying it's overhyped. So it's all about what you go around and see. The hype I refer to. You know what I mean? So thank you for that comment. Actually, it validates everything I said. Day of. I asked George if I could do a day of again, and he agreed. Longevity's no joke, for sure. I agree. Somebody else might have to weigh in. I can't think of anything. I'm trying to convince you to like it because they do, or you terrible. Yeah. Again, everybody treats their own opinion as fact. That's what I learned once I got in this space. Once I actually started creating content, I've learned everybody's opinion is a fact to them. No matter how much I stress that it's my opinion, you can feel how you feel. Don't matter. Don't matter. It don't matter. If you don't feel the same way, you might think I'm crazy. And I joke saying, oh, they wild to think like I've given you a hard time. I forgot I've given you a hard time a few times. Like, I'm going to have to block you. We can't be friends anymore. I'm just joking. How you feel is how you feel. You know what I mean? So everybody's different. Just got to barrel through that shit. Everybody's so sensitive. Everybody's opinion is fact. It's crazy to think, but that's how this place is. It's all the time, man. I'm never trying to convince people to buy something. I might be telling you, I really think you should sample it if you like ABC, or if this is your style, or if this is your taste. I'm very clear with the things I say, in my videos. I'm very clear. It's never about buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. It's never that. Once in a blue moon, something like this that you can get for around 20 bucks. I'm like, screw it. Just buy it. Just buy the damn thing. Take a shot, roll the dice. You might end up not liking it because it's a risk, but I mean, for 20 bucks, this is worth the gamble. And I mean that shit when I say it. I mean it about this one. Vibrant Summer is a great cheapy pickup out at the rack stores, but it's stuff like this that I'll say, yeah, just buy the damn thing. Stuff like this. Aside from that, I'm never trying to twist somebody's arm to buy something. Now, because you heard it from me, there's an affiliate link, and I'd sure like my cut. The brand's going to benefit. Yeah, you're damn right. But I'm not trying to push you that direction. I'm never trying to do that. Contrary to belief, I'm never trying to do that. I'm just excited to talk about fragrance. And I understand the audience. You're wanting me to give you a reason to buy it. Not every single one of you, but the majority, whether regulars on the channel or one-time viewers or occasional viewers, they're looking for a reason to buy something. That's what they're coming to fragrance reviews for. They're not coming just for the entertainment value. Some are. Less are, though. I know what you meant. Good to see you, Dilly. A bit. It's like a stripped down version. It's not identical, but it's like I don't want to say watered down. It's like a bare bones version. Like it's missing a lot of elements, but there's some relation to it. Royal Mayfair from Creed. My personal favorite, Bacio Immortelle from Argos, because I like to wear leather fragrances to weddings. It's in the vein of Tuscan leather, but a higher quality smell, in my opinion. And something classic like Green Irish Tweed from Creed. Creed, Royal Oud, like the house full. Silver Mountain Water, that's a house full of wedding fragrances. Creed's like the wedding brand, in my opinion. Always think of Creed. Hell, this would work. Himalaya, creamy, woody, aromatic, fresh, clean, musky. Yeah. Creed. Not every Creed, but there's a lot of Creeds that are great wedding scents. There you go. Ah, the rack store rattlesnake. Now I get it. Okay. Yes, that's why it's the only one I bought a bottle of. Yeah, I love it. That apricot citron combo. It's tropical, aquatic. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. That I could believe, because that's got a blueberry note. It's close enough. It's not raspberry, but it's closer than cobalt. Way closer than cobalt. Subscribe to the Sports Desk Live. Exactly. On Tuesday, we will be previewing Bash in Berlin. Tuesday night. I don't know. Probably it does. I'm sure it doesn't sell well. Suits and Scents, good to see you. I appreciate you, sir. I always do my best to do so. Some people like it. Some people don't like it, but it's what it is. It's what you're going to get from me. I'm going to say what comes to mind, and I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. Frankie, good to see you, sir. YEDP, my bottle of OG Ray arrived today. Thanks. Great channel, great content. I'm always happy to support you, and I appreciate the support. Thank you, my man. I'm glad it arrived safe. If Ross watches this video, he's going to cry. Oh, when you were the overhyped video, that's hilarious. No, but I mean, typically I would, if we weren't in the middle of that topic of conversation and you would have told me this randomly, I would have busted your fucking balls about it. You know me. I'd have gave you a hard time. What? Are you out of your damn? I'd have been all dramatic and fucked with you and everything. But we were on topic when you threw it out there. So you picked the right time to throw it in there. So I didn't really have an opportunity to pick on you. And see, I could believe even the honest reviewer. That's funny. Most reviewers are. Most are. There's a stigma out there. The few bad make the majority of good suffer. Because I'm not saying there aren't some dishonest out there, but the majority are saying what they really think. The majority are. I promise that. I can confidently say that. I'm sure it does have a little bit of Aventus to it, but to say it's mainly Hachivat, like all Hachivat and Aventus, I find that hard to believe. I feel like there's more elements to it than that. In different places, one frag on body, another on wrist, mostly for the ones I go nose blind to, the wrist travel past my face and refresh my nose. Noted. So you wear, instead of a variety of spots to spray, it's a variety of fragrances on spots to spray. People like to layer. I'm just not the type. I like to just pick the one and just smell that one fragrance. Unless I'm testing things for different reasons. Like normally I'm not out, I don't test while I'm out and about if it's just test sprays. Because if I'm testing out and about, it's something I'm doing a full wearing with. Whereas test sprays, I do in here. That's when I'm randomly hanging out in the evenings, or if I'm not going to be going anywhere for half the day, I'll do some test sprays in a couple of different spots, which is technically a layer because I'm still wearing whatever my scent of the day is, but I'm not really focused on smelling that. I'll be easy on the sprays so it doesn't get in the way. I'm just kind of psychologically putting it there to put something there because I'm focused on the things I'm testing out. There's always a method to the madness. I disagree, but to each their own. I still want to check it out. Matal Oud Island. Love the name. I haven't tried it yet. No. I would like to. Let's look at the notes. Let's check it out. Citrus, floral, synthetic, leathery, sweet. Sounds good so far. Bunch of citrus, tuberose, tiare, Napolese oud, black leather, sandalwood. Well, that's an interesting fragrance. Fresh yet dark. This is an interesting blend. How does that smell like Eau de Soleil Blanc? Because of the tuberose? But it's got black leather, oud, labdanum, tobacco. How could that smell like Eau de Soleil Blanc? It might smell like just a darker version of it, I guess. It's not a lot like a lot of people did it. That little green bar is very small. So maybe one or two people said it, but not saying it doesn't. It very much could. Do you get any Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc? Or maybe Mancera Holidays? If you have holidays, that's similar to that profile. There's a bunch of fragrances. Beach Walk, Maison Margiela. There's a bunch of fragrances that fall into the profile of this. If you have any of those, does Oud Island tie into that any? I would like it if so, because I do like all of those fragrances. Speaking of wedding fragrances, I think if you want to wear a tobacco fragrance to a wedding, that's great because it's got a fresh floral, elegant appeal to it. That's actually an elegant tobacco fragrance. Beautiful, if not anything else. Can't wait. Thoughts on them? Never tried either. No thoughts, unfortunately. There you go, Jay. He's got you covered. It's mostly by brand. Everything's organized by brand. And they're not in alphabetical order. They're brands in random spot. I try to keep niche together. Like this whole entire section all the way down, because it's actually 5 shelves. You can see 4. There's the 4th. There's another shelf below. That's all niche. I got another area that's a bunch of niche over there. The one, let me put my head down. Maybe you can see in the corner over there. Yeah, look right there. This shelf setup. That's mostly niche on those shelves. How did I not think about that? That City Rhythm New Orleans. God, it's a bourbon bomb. How did I not think about that? Thank you, Kevin. I don't have Baronda. I would name that one. That's fantastic. I have tried that before. We talked about that one earlier, actually. It's funny that you say that. I think it's highly versatile. Synthetic, woody, aromatic. It does everything. I think if you want a little bit deeper take on that, go with the newest Dior Homme Sport. But this is very well-rounded, very easy to understand and approach and wear and like, and it goes with everything. I never said it wasn't. I'm on my 2nd bottle. I just have original Santal now, so on individual. And when I want the profile, I'm going to wear original Santal. It is better. That's all I'm saying. It's better. It's clearly better. Distinctively better quality and blended better. You know, But individual works. I've been through a 50 ml in the past, and I've barely touched my second 50 ml, but I got it. I have it. I don't dislike it. I quite like it. Problem is, I have original Santal now. One caveat. Clove notes. See, I like clove. So we're hour 10. We'll hang for another 20 minutes. Appreciate you guys hanging. Great conversation. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys are. We held pretty strong 130 to 140 range. We have 137 right now. Appreciate you guys for just a random, hey, let's chat. I sure appreciate the crowd. Thank you guys. Pacific Rock Moss. Great videos. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Got your nose on. No, not any of his newer stuff. I'd like to, though. I would definitely like to. I agree. How does it make you feel? You guys watch my live. You watch my live streams. Some stuff I can appreciate and talk about the great attributes of it, but it might not get me super excited at the same time. Whereas you see when I'm like, ho, this. Oh my God, I'm going to need a bottle of this. Or if it's a decant or something like that. Like certain things, I'm looking for that feeling too. I'm right there with you. It's people buy on feeling. That's what it is. Spontaneity is based off of feeling. It's got to captivate me for me to want to buy a bottle, especially the more expensive it gets. It's got to give me the feelings. I got to get all the feels for an expensive fragrance. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't say all that. Come on now. Much love right back to you. There you go. That's cheaper than what I paid. What did I pay? Let me go to my order real quick. Gotta log in. Screw up. Let's see, what did I pay for it? Because I bought it from Fragrance Buy. I paid $220. So $70 cheaper than what I paid. Yeah, buddy. So that's a great price. Damn good price. I doubt you'll find it for that anywhere else, even for a tester. That's amazing. I can't wait till it cools off so I can put that back in my rotation. It's amazing. You have a great day as well, sir. Thank you for coming hang with us. Other than, that's going to come down to a few different ones. So Birth of Venus might be a little too feminine for you. I love that one. But Adonis Awakens, it depends on how you feel about Rose. But if you're looking for a beautiful, soft blonde wood fragrance, Danye is stellar. It's kind of the base for a lot of his newer releases as well. Danye is one I would highly encourage if you like woody dominant fragrances, cashmere wood, sandalwood, things of that nature, dominant woody notes. It's really, really good. Julie Mod, Stairway to Heaven. I've been wanting to get that. I really like it. I'm curious how you react to it. It's 122 on FragranceNet. They ain't playing. Yeah, that's a little higher than I want to spend. I was thinking of 50 ml for like 70, 80 range. That's pretty damn high. What does it typically go for on here? Okay, so just to show you, because when you start typing, it'll pop down. 88 is what it typically goes for here. I'm pretty sure it's not in stock because I'm always checking. Yeah, not in stock. But 50 ml for 88, that's what I'm waiting for. That's the range I'm looking to pay because I want it to. I've been having my eye. I got Notify Me turned on. I've been waiting. But thank you for the super chat. Eventually, I will get that. That will be my next Julie Mod fragrance. Most are what? Most what? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you referring to? It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's got this elegance to me. That's why I always like go to that as my default. Here's a great, expensive wedding fragrance to wear. X-rays money. Captain Smith. Good to see you, Pat. Bond number 9, Governor's Island. Never tried it. Well, I got a Super Ligero coming. Well, the decant coming from Randy. So I'll be checking it out soon. No, I wasn't necessarily saying that you were. I was just pointing it out for this because anytime I answer something or start having a conversation with whomever the comment's pinned for, I'm talking to everyone at the same time. It's not, it wasn't just directed at you. It's a general statement, because you got to remember, we got people live, and then there's people that are going to watch the replay as well. So I'm talking to the audience as a whole. It's more of a broad answer, not just directed at you. Like it's mainly you, but it's a broader scope at the same time. No worries. Not, you're a regular on the channel. I have nothing but great things to say about you, my man. Man, that's not what I want to hear. Farrah scared the shit out of us too, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Neil, that is terrible. I feel for you, brother, seriously. Because Farrah is 13, and she ate something, and clearly ate something. And it got to her, and it was coming out of both ends, and she's diabetic, so she can't get dehydrated. She drinks and pees like crazy. She's a diabetic. And like she'll go through a gallon of water in like 36 hours or less. And she's a little 10-pound dog. She'll go through a gallon of water in that amount of time because she's never not thirsty. She's diabetic. So getting dehydrated as a severe diabetic like that, like she gets 3 units of insulin twice a day. For 2.5 years now. Normally the life expectancy once diagnosed is 6 months to 2 years. We're on 6 months borrowed time right now, you know? So point being, we were horrified up until this morning. Thank God she was so perky when I got back from doing cardio. She was still sleeping when I went to cardio this morning, because me and her got our routine in the morning. Heidi's still asleep with me, and I give her insulin and her treat, and I cook my breakfast, and I scramble her egg, and she eats with me. This is every single morning, every day of my life. This is what me and my dog do. That's going to be awful when she's gone. Breakfast is never going to be the same again. Point being, she couldn't eat. She wanted to eat. Like I made her egg and I put a little bit of rice in there to try to stick, because she threw up everything. And she was getting dehydrated. She hadn't drank in hours at this point. She had a little bug in her stomach, some bad bacteria. She couldn't keep nothing down. Poor baby was weak, couldn't be comfortable. Felt so bad for her. She threw up, must have been a dozen times, and the other end was soft. And I don't want to be too nasty here, but man, because we were prepared. If she wasn't perking up and able to drink and eat this morning, we were going to have to carry our asses to the vet or go to the emergency aftercare if they wouldn't take her. We'd obviously go to her vet unannounced first if need be, but we were prepared to, have some issues this morning. So we had our own little scare, but it sounds like it's the realization of the end of the roads here for you. And man, I am so sorry to hear that. Man, I feel for you, seriously. It's like losing your child. I'm dreading the day. I do not envy you right now, my man. Prayers for you, Neil. I will add you to my prayers tonight, sir. Seriously. For the record, anytime some of you've heard me say it before, I really do add people to my prayers when I say I'm going to pray for them. I before bed every night, me and God have a conversation. I pray for everyone that I want to pray for before I pray for myself. And yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Neil. Like I'm wanting to choke up because I literally feel your pain, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, then. And that's how you change the mood for me real quick with that wild shit. Thank you for that, actually. New one, but Royal Oud for sure. Yeah, Royal Oud special. Oligarch. Ooh, yeah, that is a good one for that. Okay, I'm off work now, thank God. But now that I got the wrench, tell them watch how you speak to me when Coconut Girl's in the chat. It's like Dedrick when there's shorts above the knees. Watch how you speak to me when Kara's in the chat. If you see the coconut icon with the wrench, watch yourself. Keep it light, keep it tight. You never know. She might block your ass. She's wild. I got a wild card with a wrench now. She ain't playing. She literally said yesterday she's an emotional woman. She ain't fucking around. That's her words. Have fun, but not too much fun, Kara. I trust you enough to give you the wrench. So, yes, it was never for me. It's rough to me. It's probably the oregano notes. Not everybody can. Every time I've gotten feedback that they don't care for it, it's usually the dominant oregano note. Great to cook with, but maybe not the best thing in a fragrance. And I know there's people that view it as a masterpiece. Now, I will say the 53X straight's very impressive. Still dominant oregano, but heavy oud. One of the strongest fragrances I've ever smelled. I had a decant. I used it in a blind smelling rate with Justin like 4 years ago. It's very impressive. It really is. But I never wanted a bottle of either. Black Iris even, which I think is the best of the interludes, still doesn't, Iris of all things, still doesn't compel me to need it. It's just something about the interlude DNA doesn't speak to me either. It's an acquired taste that I never acquired. Sounds like you're having the same issue. Oligarch works too, though. Oceania, absolutely, but Oligarch works too. I think it's gorgeous. I have a 10 ml decant currently. It's my third decant. I keep putting off getting a bottle. I debated on grabbing it instead of Himalaya, but I was on a mission. I wanted to grab Himalaya because I do have 10 ml that will take me forever to go through of it. But, you know, Mugler Cologne is a close enough representation. This does smell just like it, but it lacks some of the quality and depth. There's a little bit of an earthiness. Like there's a much more upscale vetiver note in Creed Original Vetiver. It is a superior fragrance to this. It is. This is good enough. This is like I would say about the clones. It's good enough, but it's not the same experience. It's still so good though. But it's one I would highly encourage sampling. The problem is if it's your style, that's upper tier stuff of that profile, you're probably going to end up wanting a bottle, and it's not cheap. You're looking at 200 plus for like 50 mLs will run you that. 202. Yeah, 202 here at Fragrance Buy for a 50 ml. Because that's all I would get, is a 50 ml. The only reason I got the 100 ml of Himalaya, by the way, for those of you wondering, I'm sitting here saying I would that I would just get 50 mLs, like literally 216, 220. It was $4 more to get the 100 ml over the 50 ml. That's why I was like, okay, you're a moron if you get the 50 ml, Ross. So that was, it's literally, so see, you can get the tester with no cap, but even then it's still the same price as full presentation. So it was like, yeah, the 100 ml is the buy here. But if you got a Costco membership, you can get it for $150. Anybody looking for Himalaya? Costco's probably got Original Vetiver for a good price as well. For anybody wondering. Let's see. So it got to sign in to see the price. So if Himalaya is $60 off their usual price, according to this, see? So if you're saying it's $150, this is probably in the same range because this is $80 off their usual. So Original Vetiver is probably in that same price range. Apparently they're running some crazy Creed sale because look, 60 off here, 80 off here. So apparently Costco is the spot to buy Creed right now. So I'm going to go to Macy's. I'll try that before it again. You have an interesting take on it. Well, I appreciate that. I did see your comment as well. I'm glad you were able to check out the video. I appreciate your patience. I know you were wanting some info yesterday, and that I was planning on dropping that video today. You're trolling me, Jay. You're trolling me. You're not serious. You're trolling me. Why is this funny to you, Jay? Like, I can't even laugh because it's not funny. It's like you're clearly joking because there's no way you don't know. There's no way. No way. I mentioned that already. Next to a frag run. You have a good one, Randy. Be careful. I'm proud of you as well. Go ahead and give yourself a little pat on the back. Pretend it's me. Be careful and have fun. I say I was gonna let him figure it. I think he's joking. There's no way he's serious. There's no way he's serious, guys. I don't believe he's serious. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So Summer Hammer, I liked. Black Sea, I didn't try it. Cherry Ink made me anosmic and have to shut my stream down early yesterday. It literally ran my nose out. Cherry Ink yesterday. But Sangria, oh my God, that's a must buy. Wow. Which one's good for a first time buyer? Lamal. I would say something a little safer, like if you can get Lamal on board, is a good way to dip your toe in because it's still of the DNA, but it's very mass appealing. Because Lamal, it might smell old school to you. It's a 90s fragrance. I think it's timeless, but you may not feel that way. Ultra Male's crazy sweet. I don't think that's a good spot to start. If you don't like coconut, the LeBeaus are a bad idea. They're amazing. That's my favorite line. I would love to suggest that to you, but I don't know how you feel about coconut. They're coconut based. It's a tropical fragrance line. Lamal Elixir's crazy sweet. It's really good. If you like powdery iris, though, Lamal Parfum, that would be the way to go. It depends on your taste. I would need a little more information. Depends on what you like more. Then I would say, well, this is the one for you to get, you know. Trying to be as helpful as I can. If you want to give me a little bit more information on your taste. It's fruity, a bit leathery, powdery, like black prestigium. It stays fruity. So nothing like Eau de Soleil Blanc. Interesting. DJ, thank you for elaborating. It does sound like something I would like. Missoni Wave, hell yeah, that's a good one. Honestly, I think, Aquawood, Cidrapoise, Vetiver Sensual, or Amberful. One of those. Highly versatile, all different from one another. I just dropped a review on this one today, but Vetiver Sensual, probably the safest of the plays. It's a woody, fresh vetiver, citruses, fruits, highly versatile, probably their most versatile fragrance. Aquawood, aquatic citrus, a little smoky, fresh fruity, not sweet fruity because it's got pear and orange. It's not real sweet. And Cidrapoise, and citruses and woods, fruits. It's amazing. A little bit of leather. She wears a church and it's amazing thing. Hell yeah, Ed. I'm glad. Me and my wife love rosé. She's got her own bottle. We love it. Thank you, guys. No worries. No worries. Oh, she didn't like Bleecker Street. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't worn that one in a while. Bleecker Street's so good. That's one of the 2 bottles I own of Bond No. 9. Yeah, technically. No worries, man. No worries. Oh, Mancera, not Mancera, Mercedes-Benz Club Black. It's around $50. Most people would agree that's probably your best bet for a $50 masculine vanilla. Amber, a little bit of incense and ambroxan, and a beautiful vanilla. Mercedes-Benz Club Black. It's totally the way to go. You really didn't know? I thought you were joking. That's why I was like, there's no way you're serious. You're trolling me. I thought you were trolling me. So you've never heard of the Zed Creator Project? Because I've been in both. And if there's ever a third one, I'll be in that one too. If there's ever a fourth one, I'll be in that one too. Just to let you know. Yeah, like I could have swore that you fucking with me. No way you're serious. Like literally, they're right over my head in every video. There's Evening Mystique and Business Over Pleasure right there. They're over my head in every single video. That's my 2 fragrances with Zaharoff right there. I could have swore you were fucking with me. I'm like, there's no way he's a member to my channel. He's a regular. He's been around for a long time. There's no way he's fucking with me. I'm genuinely surprised, Jay. No shade. I just thought you were joking. I really did think you were joking. Have a good one, Randy. Be safe. They're both iris fragrances. Business Over Pleasure is an office-friendly fragrance. It was built for the office. Evening Mystique's obviously a bit more dark and mysterious, resinous, smoky. It's got some earthy green tones. It's much more evolved. It's a flanker to Business Over Pleasure. I traveled the country 2 times over with him. Lived in my car with him at one point. Damn, man, that's going to be brutal. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm so sorry to hear that, Neil. It's fucking awful, man. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm hedging my prayers tonight because you're about to go through something. Just heartbreak's an understatement. I'm not trying to, like, I hope I'm not piling on the emotion, man. I feel so bad for you because I know my time's coming. I've had dogs in the past, but never attached like I am to Farah, not to this point. And Sparky was my guy. I had him for 17 years. That's my childhood dog that I grew into a young man with. I buried him and everything. That was rough. Farah's going to be even rougher. She's literally, Sparky was the family dog. Farah is me and my wife's child, so yeah, we literally got her right after we got married. Yeah, that's why I'm so, like, it's bothering me for you because I literally feel for you, man. So I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Seriously. Yeah, any of you God-fearing folks, if you don't mind adding Neil to your prayers tonight, for any of you that believe and do those sorts of things. That's any of you with pets, you know how rough that's about to be for that man. No, don't. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I genuinely am surprised. Like, I really thought you knew. No, I swear I'm not giving you a hard time. I promise I'm not. That's why I was like, no way. You're fucking with me. You don't need to explain yourself, man. I genuinely thought you were joking. Best smelling fragrances ever, let alone house. Hey, if you love it, you love it. I do think it's impressive, but it doesn't make me want a bottle. It is definitely a powerhouse. I agree. Well, I won't tell them. Mum's the word. I won't let them know. I'm not paying retail for them, but I definitely want them. I will own those. Eventually, but I'm not paying retail. I'm going to wait. Good to see you. Coastal Breeze, great choice. We were talking about that a little while ago. See, there you go. Yeah, that's Creed. The spot to buy Creed apparently is Costco right now, which we don't have a Costco membership anymore because we don't have, the nearest one's 2 hours away from us. So we just kept our Sam's membership. We got a Sam's in Panama City because we had memberships to both when we were in Colorado Springs. Well, I mean, buying the membership and getting a fragrance is cheaper than buying the fragrance elsewhere because the membership's like $40. So you can drop $190 plus tax for the fragrance, obviously. Let's say you drop $200. That's still cheaper than you would have got the fragrance elsewhere. It's crazy to think, right? For 100 ml. Indeed, sir. I am very excited for SmackDown. Ooh, Blue Notes from Mancera. Great choice. I want to say I've heard somebody mention that. I still haven't tried it yet, though. See, now he's being a dick. Oh, y'all quit piling on. Come on now. Honest mistake. I thought he was joking. We don't have to give him a hard time. Come on now. You bunch of assholes. But I'm the dick. You bunch of assholes. Birds of a feather, right? We flock together. Precious Liquid. $35 for 5 mLs. Damn, that's actually impressive. You get some great rest and have a great weekend, Roy. We'll be back on Monday and Tuesday. That'll be the last live streams for the month because I'm going to be in Louisiana from Wednesday to Sunday. So, because Sunday, I believe, is the 31st, if I remember correctly, is the last day of the month. So the member stream will probably, So the member stream will be probably the following Sunday morning. So the 8th, that morning. That way everybody can be off work. You know what I mean? Because if I do it during the week, we gotta move a stream around, or I have to stream on Wednesday, which I typically don't stream on Wednesdays. So we'll probably do it. We've been having to do that the last couple of months where we do it the following week. But I already got the fragrances. They're here. Plus the other stuff I already have on hand for the other spins. I appreciate the super chat, Jay. You didn't have to do that, my man. You have a blessed day as well. Be safe out there, my man. Must be an indie fragrance. Yeah, for sure. K got sense. What's going on, big dog? Long time no see. Salt and Vetiver and Ishane. And see, I was nervous about that fragrance for the longest time. And then I tried it. Now it's like trying to find the right time to put it into my wardrobe because I definitely want to get a 50 ml. It is not crazy earthy and dirty and challenging like I thought. It's fresh cut grass. That may not sound appealing to some, but when you smell it, if you like green fragrances, it smells amazing. Cosmic Pepper is a beautiful fragrance. I sure appreciate that, Noel. Thank you, sir. That is a bald-faced lie. Don't believe that. Whoever had asked, he is lying to you. That is a very challenging fragrance. That is not a beginner's fragrance. It is magnificent, but don't start there. Don't start there. That might turn you away from the brand. That is not a beginner fragrance at all. Far from it. My God. Amazing though. Once you season your palate to want more out of a fragrance, then go try something like that. It's amazing. Very animalistic, floral, leather oud, rose, violet iris. It's dark. It's funky. It's impressive. Low wearability. I never wear it, but I love it. Oh yeah, I was very excited to talk about that one. I wanted to compose myself for the Sauvage review because I wanted to be. That's why it was longer. I wanted to make sure I conveyed all of my thoughts and not forget anything. I wanted to be as thorough as I could be with how I feel and my experience with Sauvage Eau Forte, because I'm hearing the E's silent, but I'm Eau Forte, screw it. But Amberful, that was just a joyful review. It's like, fuck, y'all need to try this. This is one of their best releases ever, I think. Pollen's high today, so I'm glad we're not sniffing fragrances because my sinuses are all acting up. Pollen's high in the air today, according to the weather. Vanilla sweet, not too overpowering. You don't want Lamal elixir then. Work on every season. Try to get Lamal Lover if you can. One of their two newest releases from this year. Get over the name. It doesn't mean anything. Don't judge the fragrance based off the name. It's irrelevant. Because there's a meme about it. Because Lamal Lover, the man lover, is what it means. Don't be one of them. The fragrance itself, though, it's got a white pepper, ambergris, vanilla combination, or tonka bean, I think, actually. It's not over the top sweet. It's not over the top powdery. It's just a little spicy. It's very much like a slightly sweeter blue in many ways. Musky, semi-aquatic kind of thing going, a little bit of fresh spice. I think it's one of the better, more underappreciated releases of this year. If you can find Lamal Lover, based on what you typed here, I think that's the ideal way for you to go. Yeah, and let's pull it up here on Parfum Mode. It's the tattoo body on the bottle. See, sweet, fresh, synthetic, creamy, spicy, white pepper, ambergris, vanilla. It's beautiful. It's actually really good. All these ratings I agree with. Yeah, it's a good scent. It's got good longevity and sillage. A little bit of a reach on 1 million Parfum. I think it's closer to that. Nah, not so much on that. That's full of earthy patchouli, very smoky. Some of these are a bit of a reach. But hey, that's how it smells to those people. But I think it's more of like a sweet blue. It's not as sweet as this being the main accord to make you believe, but it's sweet. But it's just as spicy and musky as it is sweet. I think something like this would be the way to go. I'm happy to see it rated like this. That's a bunch of people not sweating the name too much. Because the reason I say this is in Scent of the Day posts I've had this year, people just being big homophobes about the name and everything. I've literally had to say, it's not going to make you like dudes because you like the fragrance, guys. Get over the name, okay? Fragrance is great. I think it's a great fragrance, honestly. It's under the radar good for this year, I think. It doesn't get a lot of press. Pretty good. Couldn't agree more with Club Black. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yes, probably not next week. I mean, maybe one of the two streams, because one of the streams is going to be this haul. The other one might be decants, maybe Tuesday, because then Tuesday night I got the wrestling stream on the Sports Desk Live with Dedrick. I don't really have any blind buy fails, honestly, other than the occasional, like when I got Hugo Energized at the rack store, which sadly was perfumed by Claude Deer. It smells like nothing. It smells like bland nothingness to me. Very few blind buy fails, though. Very few. when you smelled so many things, usually even if the note pyramid isn't exactly what it's going to smell like, you can kind of get an idea and be like, that looks like something I might enjoy. Even if you're not like over the moon in love with it, it'll still be pretty good and usable. So it's hard to have a blind buy fail at this point for me. Has been for a while. Alhambra, God of Fire, dude. Well, I appreciate that, Trey. Thank you, sir. How are you? We'll be shutting it down here in a second. We went 10 minutes longer than I planned. Yes. Regular EDP. I like the regular EDP more. The Intense is my least favorite. Yeah. I feel terrible for you, Neil. You have no idea. Ooh. I wore this 2 nights in a row. Polo Ultra Blue. This is a great outdoor fresh fragrance. This needs the heat. Citron mineral notes. It's got like this kind of slight damp, wet concrete kind of smell. I know that sounds weird, but it totally works with the Polo Blue DNA. Super, super, super airy citrus because it's a citron note. It's so good. Breaking the amount. Oh, don't spend too much time on it, but they die. It hurt. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, guys, it's time to shut it down. You know what I mean? We went a little too long, longer than I anticipated. If masculinity is threatened by wearing a fragrance called Le Male Lover, then maybe it deserves to be. I like where your head's at, Noel. I like where your head's at, sir. Oh, apparently I just hit the 14 days as a sub, so I figured I'd comment. My Scent of the Day, Le Beau Paradise Garden, hell yeah. 5 sprays 10 hours ago, still catching intoxicating whiffs. Well, you get a soft live stream clap. Welcome. Great Scent of the Day choice. Caught you right here at the end. I tried to get So Blue when it stocked at Fragrance, but I had it in my cart, and an hour later it was sold out. You can't find that anywhere now. Really, it's really good too. I'm not trying to rub it in, but it is really good. Well, yeah. I mean, my best friend's gay. Surprise, George Zaharoff's a gay man. For anybody that didn't realize it, what a wonderful soul. What a wonderful human being. You know? So that's why it's like, I'm the last person to throw the homophobic stuff to. Because it's like, man, I've said enough F-bombs here. You know what I mean? Because I love that man. That is my guy. That is my best friend. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. Him and my wife are tight. You know what I mean? But that's a wonderful human being. So that's why I don't take lightly to the homophobic slurs and comments about fragrances or any of that stuff. It's like, man, don't bring that shit to my channel. My best friend's gay. I'm the last person to say that kind of shit too, you know? So, yeah, you never knew. Sure. It's been a lot of like cum jokes and stuff like that because of the milky white globby, how it sprays on you. I get it. It's goofy, it's childish, but hey, it's funny to people. Whatever, I get it. It goes away quick. It doesn't bother me. But I understand why people say it. You know what I mean? But yeah, on that note, it's time to shut it down. We've been here for a bit. No, it's to me, check out today's review. I think it smells like the EDP if you strip the sweetness in the ambroxan. It's a bit more coniferous and earthy green, more of a pine cone, piney green smell in the dry down than Sauvage EDP, but I feel like it relates to that one the most. But again, you have to remove the sweetness in the ambroxan to get the relation because it's not sweet and there's no ambroxan in this fragrance. So that dude's name is crazy though. What dude's name? Who are you talking about? I don't know who name you're talking about. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Thank you guys for coming hang with me and spending some time with me on your Friday. I sure appreciate that. Seriously, thank you very much. If you want to see some individual reviews, Sauvage Eau Forte came out first this morning, as well as a full review on Mancera Amberful. Was a double review kind of day. I thoroughly enjoyed discussing both of them. I thoroughly enjoyed chopping it up with you guys here today. We'll be back on Monday, where I haven't smelled this in years. And I've never smelled this. We're going to be unboxing these. And for anybody that has any, hopes, thoughts, or interest in signing up for the membership, This won the vote in the Hall of Fame tier. Roger Parfum's Creation E Parfum Cologne. Enigma Parfum Cologne is the Hall of Fame tier. If you want to get in on this, it's going to be the first Sunday, the 8th of September. It'll be the stream for that. And of course, I dropped it. Testing. All right. Hit my mic and it apparently disconnected. Sorry about that. But what I was saying, they ran away with the vote on Boss Bottled Elixir 100 ml for the All-Star tier, the $9.99 tier. That's the main prize. There is a second spin that I choose for the niche tier. Niche tier is eligible for all 5 spins. There's a second prize that I choose here, and the mystery pack, which is my favorite, for the 3rd spin at the All-Star tier. So All-Star tier is eligible for 3 spins. Hall of Fame tier is eligible for 2 niche spins and all 3 of the previous tiers spins, just in case you guys were wondering. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Check out the content throughout the weekend. Subscribe to TLTG Kicks if you're into sneakers. Have a good one.